At social rent. Councils need to work with developers and registered providers to make sure that the delivery of homes for rent and for sale is right across a range of price points. Because what's happening at the moment is the private rental sector there is so much competition from councils, from young people looking for somewhere to live in London. It is driving the rents up. We have to increase supply right across. Social rented property is going to be a very big part of that, but by itself it isn't going to solve the housing crisis. We need to find innovative ways to make development happen. We need hundreds of thousands of new homes, and we can't let bureaucracy get in the way. A scheme in my own borough, we've arranged for the payment of the land receipts to be deferred so that the development can take place and the payment will happen after the homes have been built. It was a £117 million scheme at the Catford Dog Track, and it wasn't getting off the ground. We worked very closely with the Mayor and Barracks as the delivery partner, and we've got it moving. Now, personally, I was desperately upset when the dog track closed because it was somewhere I used to spend quite a bit of my time. But if we get hundreds of desperately needed new homes built on the site, it'll go some way to making up for that loss. But it's not just about finance, it's also about the availability of land. And that is something that varies dramatically across London. We all know that the supply is limited. We're going to have to be radical about density in the future. Building higher rise homes to make better use of existing infrastructure, as well as looking for opportunities like those infill sites, will be important. Now, I'm not a planner, and I know there are going to be some interesting debates ahead, but the numbers speak for themselves. To cope with the population London's got, let alone the population growth which is going to happen over the next 15 years, we will have to do things in a different way. Intelligent design can go a long way to squaring that circle, and the Mayor of London is right with his design guide. We do need greater density, but we also have to make sure that we don't forget the things that we learnt from the units that were built in the 60s, those mono-tenure, monolithic estates, many of which, of course, we've had to take down again. There are issues about why planning permissions aren't being built out. And I know Tony may want to say something about that, so I'm not going to go into detail about that, but we can't have a situation where, on the one hand, we need to build between 40 and 50,000 units a year, and to know that there are tens of thousands of plots with planning permissions that are not being built out. We may need to have incentives to bring them forward. We may need to have some punitive measures.